between his feet until Shiloh come. And we know that was Yahweh Shah, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, you know what I'm saying? In the book of Genesis, the 49th chapter, it describes Judah, bro, which is the head tribe of Israel, bro. So if the African Americans continue to be down, then the other tribes ain't gonna come back together, man. That's why Esau's at our neck all the time, bro.
And that's why the Most High is using. He say the lion is going to. I believe it's in the Apocrypha. Well, somewhere in the Apocrypha where it says the lion is going to
devour the eagle.
Devour the eagle, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take for us to stand up, bro. Before all the other tribes can get back in line, the first tribe got to get in line, man. The kingly tribe. We the kings, man. The so-called black African American man. The so-called Negro man. We the kings of the world, man. And in order for the other tribes up underneath us to or that's with us to get in order, first we got to get in line, man. It all starts with the kings, man. So let me finish this. It says Judah was known by 4 different names at that time. Judah, Wida, Quada, what did it say, Quada? And Aber.
That sounds like Eber to me.
Eber. It says, what does this mean to those of us who have been in hot pursuit of the truth? It means that we have the proof from the royal map maker himself that Judah was indeed listed among the inhabitants of Africa, man.
Right. So what is my cousin talking about? Talking about there were no Jews in Africa.
When we had the whole kingdom of Judah in Africa.
Exactly. Man. And the Negro land is a region, bro. That's a big region where you had nothing but Jews, bro.
What they call it now? Niger and Nigeria. Niger and Nigeria now.
Now look, we're gonna go into the complete works of Josephus, man. The complete works of Josephus, page was that 375?
Page 373.
Yeah, so this is the antiquity of the Jews. Josephus was a Jewish, rather an Israelite historian, because he was a man of color. This is his eyewitness account on where the Jews went when they were seized out of the land of Jerusalem. So start where it's highlighted at.
It says this is the complete works of Josephus, page 373. And it says there were 4 classes of men among the Cyrene. Salakia. It says there were 4 classes of men among those of Cyrene. That of citizens, that of husbandmen, the third of strangers, and the 4th of Jews.
Right. So these Jews was in the city of Cyrene, which is modern day Libya. Read.
Now these Jews are already gotten into all cities.
Right. So because when Yahweh Shai gave a prophecy in the book of Luke, chapter
you want to get that?
Yeah, I'll hold it for you. When Yahweh Shai gave a prophecy in the book of Luke, he told the Israelites that the siege was coming, man. When you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is not. Then know that the destruction thereof is not.
What's that word?
21 verse 20, I believe. So you have people that actually believed on Yahweh Shai, that hearkened to his word. And you had the Pharisees, a lot of them was destroyed, man. You know?
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies.
Right, so this is the Roman army in 70 AD. Read.
Then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Right, so the destruction is coming. It's on its way. Read.
And it says, then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
So this is what happened when we go back into this book. So they went into the mountains, man. Anybody would tell you that the mountains from Jerusalem is going westward. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and read that again, Nak Baba Kushab.
There were 4 classes of men among those of Cyrene.
That's right.
That of citizens, that of husbandmen, the third of strangers, and the 4th of Jews.
Read.
Now these Jews are already gotten into all cities.
Right, so they already got into all cities because they hearkened into the prophecy of the Lord.
And it is hard to find a place in the habitable earth that have not omitted this tribe of men and is not possessed by them. That's right, because what the Most High said, he was going to scatter us amongst all nations of people, man. We was going to be in all lands, man.
And that's how we know that we the Israelite. That's how we know that the Jews went to Africa, man. Now we gonna go into this book, man. The Igbos of Nigeria, man. Written by an Igbo man who was an Israelite, who said that the Igbos are Israelite Jews. You see what I'm saying? So, man, we tired of y'all game saying, bro. If y'all ain't coming with no proof, we not believing what y'all saying out y'all mouth, bro. We don't have time for that, bro. The Most High is judging this place, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is sending the plagues to destroy 2/3 of our people and to destroy the other nations, man. We don't got time to be sitting up here arguing with you knucklehead people, bro. There's work out here to be done, bro.
Because people talking about we not the Jews, we not the Israelites, we just niggas.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? People just want us to be niggas, man. You tap somebody on the shoulder and tell them, hey, brother, look, you God's chosen people, man. The Most High sent their son down here to die for you. He only loved you. And niggas will cuss you out.
Because they like, what about master? What about the so-called white man? Look, we not worried about that. We worried about the condition that our people is in, bro. We can care less about the heathens, bro. This is their kingdom, bro. Let me get this scripture just before you get that passage out that book. This is the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1. It say, now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon that was called Nigger, and Lucius of Cyrene.
Hold on, what the Bible say they was called?
Salakia, and Simeon that was called Salakia, and Simeon that was called Nigger, and Lucius of Cyrene. So Cyrene was the city where the Jews ran to.
That's right.
From Jerusalem.
We just read that.
We just read that, man. But that's all I want to get. You're going to that book. Let me see what page. Yeah, come. There's a lot of good information up in here, man.
That's right.
Page 54.
Start from the top, highlighter.
Yeah, come.
It says,
so now we in the book, the Igbos in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? The Igbos in Nigeria. You know, showing you that it's still Hebrew Israelites in Africa, man. Read.
This is from the top, chapter 7, page 54. From the top, it says, the first British explorers who met the Igbos of Nigeria were quick to identify them as a branch of Hebrew.
Right, so they identified them as a branch of Hebrew.
As soon as they saw them.
Come, read.
It says, based in 1938.
So based in 1938, read.
And so simply referred to them as Hebrews, Hebos, Ebos, and later Ibos.
Right, so when our people lost our heritage, when they brought us to the Americas, you had these Jews that took over the land of Israel under the British mandate. While we was in chains, you know what I'm saying, you had them taking over saying that they was the Jews. Read.
To skip to the other blue part.
Come.
It says, so also referred to themselves as Hebrew, a corruption of Hebrew,
right, a corruption of Hebrew, read.
Or accepted to be called Hebo, Ebo, or Ibo as a way of associating themselves with the emergent new culture of the colonial master.
Right, so they accepted that to be called Hebo, and that's where you get the word Negro from, because Salakia, in that book, bro, it shows you the original slave, the to be sold signs. Let me show you, Salakia. It's the original to be sold, the Negro signs. It's up in this book, man. In Old English, man. We never understood what went on, man, because you know what I'm saying, a lot of stuff was stripped from us, bro. We didn't have didn't nobody teach us this, bro. Nobody could teach us. We was too busy picking cotton and stuff, man.
That's right. My phone finna die.
All right, Salakia, because it's in here somewhere, bro. I ain't been in this book in so long, man. Here it is, right here. Bam. So get a crack at that. The original to be sold sign. You see that? It say Hebos. They don't even say Negroes, man. Negroes was the last corruption, bro. Because the word Negro means black. So they was trying to rhyme with us, man.
To be sold. Let me read it off. It say to be sold on board the ship Van Vern on Tuesday the 6th of May.
That's old English.
Next at Asher Ferry, a choice cargo of about 150 fine Hebrews.
Right, so they was calling us Hebrews because we were Hebrews. Then they changed it to Negroes. So Negroes is another corruption because the real word was Hebrew.
Yeah.
But as you see, it say Hebrew. And now they calling us Negro,
So
bro.
we went from Hebrew to Hebrew to Negro.
Now they calling them now they calling them eyeballs now, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all over the book, man. I got some more info. I got some more ammo. Read that right there. Get a crack at this. Back in the book, Nature Knows No Color Line. Page 130.
Page 130 from the top. It says settled in the West Indies, John Bigelow, who visited Jamaica in 1850, saw the descendants of these Jews and says they were Negroid.
So when he went to Jamaica in 1850, so like in 1850, he saw the descendants of these Jews and said that they was Negro, man. So
Shalom,
so
man.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So you know what I'm saying? Look, the Bible tell you out the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. You know what I'm saying?
Now here you go. The Bible says out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word should be established. How many books we got right here saying that we the Hebrews? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books. We got about 6 books. There's 6 witnesses right here saying that the Hebrew Israelite men, women, and child were in Africa, bro. We are not African. We are not niggers. That's just what they used to call us, bro. It simply means the black man. The word nigger or nigger simply means the black man. And that's what they called the first Christians, man. The first disciples.
It's called niggas.
The first disciples, first Christians was called niggas, man.
Now we're going to go to the curses, man. The curses going to tell the truth, man. It's going to tell the truth every single time. Go to Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. Select it. Deuteronomy 28, verse 46. Then we're going to get into the meat.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46. And it reads, (28 and 46). It says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Right, so the curses is going to be on us for a sign and a wonder, and upon our seed forever, man. Now we're going to get into the curses, man.
Hold on, I just want to say this, Salakia. They say that they shall be upon us for a sign and a wonder. So all my life, my phone dead.
We did.
Oh yeah, it's good though. All my life growing up, man, I always wondered, why was we going through so much hell as the so-called black man in America? What did we do in Africa to piss the Most High off that made them bring us over here and enslave us? Was we doing voodoo rituals? But we broke the commandments, so the Most High put these signs, these curses on us for a sign and for a wonder, because you're going to be wondering, man, why you going through all this? So we're going to read through some of the curses and show you what y'all been wondering about.
Go to, start at 15, Deuteronomy 28, verse 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So all these curses came upon us and overtook us, man.
That's right.
Salaki, jump to 16.
Verse 16, 28, Deuteronomy 28 and 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Right, so cursed shall thou be in the city, whether you in Chicago, whether you in New York, whether you in Los Angeles, Miami, you're going to be cursed. Detroit, Baltimore, cursed. Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Right, so we was cursed in the city because there ain't nothing but poverty, man. Prostitution, you know what I'm saying, black on black crime, single family homes, you know what I'm saying. We was cursed in the field because our ancestors picked the cotton. We picked cotton and they was giving us scraps, man. Pigs, intestines.
They literally call the streets of Chicago the field. There was a documentary came out on World Star Hip Hop, I believe 2016, 2017, and it was called The Field. And it was talking about the streets of Chicago and how they curse, how we cursed in the field.
They say it's real in the field?
Yeah, it's real in the field. You know what I'm saying? It's real in the field like that, man. So it's like we cursed in the city, cursed in the field. That's double fold.
Come. 17.
Verse 17. Curse shall be thy basket in thy store.
Right, because we don't got no businesses, man.
Come.
So we curse. We ain't laboring and making no. Black people can't even keep jobs, bro. We can't keep jobs. You know? Let alone, we don't even know, a lot of black people don't know how to manage their own money, bro. They get their check and then they finna go splurge, man. You know what I'm saying?
It says, curse shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flock of thy sheep. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out.
Right, so you got black people, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna move to Atlanta. The curse is gonna be there anyway. It's gonna be wherever we go, bro.
That's right.
I stayed in California. I seen the curses out there, you know what I'm saying?
And you don't know how many times I done heard the stories of where people left Chicago and moved to other cities, and then when they came back here to visit, they was killed. You know what I'm saying? Little girls, little boys, old men, old women, no matter who you could think of, of the age range or the person, man, there's always people leave and come back and die here in Chicago, man.
Yeah.
Because this ain't the place to be. Some of them rappers, for example, Capo and who else? A lot of people died, man, leaving and coming back here, man. But anyway, verse 20. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do until thou be destroyed.
And you know what that goes into when you think that you doing something good, somebody come and rebuke your ass like, bro, that shit is not, nah, bro, and then they make